guys, beautiful morning, beautiful afternoon, and beautiful evening to every one of you. How are we all doing? I know we're doing all right. So guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about how you can earn more and possibly triple or double your salary in the UK. We're going to be talking about overtime shift. We're going to be talking about NHSP is a bank. Yeah, it's just like a way of earning more, and we're going to be listing some agencies you can work with, serial to our video I posted, agency shift versus full-time shift. And I'm going to be answering a lot of questions. When I posted that video, guys, my email was bubbling, a lot and a lot of questions people asked me. I'm going to be answering all that question in this video. If it looks like what you are interested in, sit back, watch to the end. All right, guys. Oh my god, guys, let's first answer the question. The first question I have here, the person wrote to me on email, and the person said, please ma, is the UK salary for nurses enough as I struggle to complete my 3 days long days with the NHS, and I oftentimes break down after each 3 days? When you talked about agency shift, I wondered how I will cope with agency shift. When I was reading this on my email today, I was really laughing. Like, to be fair, the UK salary for nurses, is it enough? I think you guys should answer this question. Just let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'm sure the person will watch this video. Because for me, the bees are much here in the UK, and it depends on how large your family is. If you have 4 kids in the UK, I don't think the UK salary will be enough for you. Honestly, I don't think so. You will struggle a bit because the accommodation are alarming. The accommodation, and from April, our insurance we pay, the tax, the insurance is going to be increasing by 1.25%. So that's why we always say how nurses can earn more, because with your own salary you may not have savings at all in the UK if you depend on only your salary. And more also, when you're coming from where you're coming from, maybe Zimbabwe, India, Ghana, Philippines, and the rest of them, Nigeria, and when you are here, your family members are depending on you, especially if you're like the first child that depending, and you send money. So at the end of the day, you see yourself struggling in the UK. So the UK salary is not really enough, and that is why we keep talking about how we can do extras. So I don't know if I answered this question rightly, but guys, if I didn't answer it rightly, please answer it on the comment section rightly. Okay. Number two, can I work for a second employer after outside my first employer? This is a big yes. Now, if you work with the NHS, or you work with a care home, or you work with the private sector, whichever you work, you can have another employment from a second employer, either agency or bank. And some people will say, can I do agency and bank together? The answer is yes, you can do agency and bank together, meaning that you are now having 3 jobs. The employer that employed you from your country, you are working with them, one, and you are doing agency, two, and you still want to take up what we call NHS professional, which we call bank, three. So you can work for 3 employers, but bear this in mind, your tax is going to be very high because you are working for what? 3 employers. But you can do it, and it doesn't affect your ILRO in any way. So you can do it, but know that your tax is going to what? Is going to be high. All right. Now another person asks, what is the requirement for working with an agency? Because I really need to join them, honestly. The requirement for working in an agency is be a nurse, have your PIN, and make sure you have signed off all your competencies. I've said that in the last video. Venipuncture competency has been signed off, cannulation has been signed off, NG feed has been signed off, oral medications have been signed off, IV medications have been signed off. Yes, then you are good to work with an agency. Now another person said, can you do agency in your own trust? No, you can't do agency in your own trust where you work, but you can do agencies in any other trust or in any other hospital, but you can't do it in the agency where, in the trust, sorry, where you work. Another person says to me, can I work 7 days in a week? Oh my God, don't try it. Guys, the UK work is very stressful. I wonder how people who do 7 days in a week do 7 days in a week. Usually, before this COVID, you are only allowed to do 20 extra hours outside your contracted hours. 20 extra hours. But because of the COVID, they are now allowing nurses and healthcare workers to do as long as their strength carries them. But irrespective of that, guys, I don't think you can really work appropriately if you do 7 days in a week. You know, you have to prevent yourself from making mistakes. I'll tell you for free, do 5 days in a week, and that is enough. If you're doing 7 days in a week, be very careful, because if you make a big mistake, you might get into trouble and you may lose your pin. So if you do your normal work and do 2 days extra, that is enough. That is a whole lot of money if you ask me, especially if you're doing agency or you're doing bank, which is NHS, it's a whole lot of money, to be fair, and it can really help you sort out your bills. Now, what is overtime? For those of you who just newly got your pin and you're working in your trust, you can ask your manager to give you overtime. Overtime are shifts in your own world. So a lot of trust pays you extras when you do overtime. Take for instance, you do 12 hours overtime. A lot of trust will pay you 18 hours for that 12 hours overtime. So they pay 1.5 hours for any 1 hour overtime you do. And overtime is really good because the tax on overtime is not much, because they pay it alongside with your salary. But when you do it as bank or you do it as agency, the tax becomes what? Higher. So overtime is good, especially for those who have not finished signing up their competency. You want to do overtime in your own unit. That's good. Speak to your line manager about it. With the shortage of staff everywhere, I'm very certain they'll give you some lots of overtime shift to do. Now, the list of agencies, for those who have like, oh, the list of agencies, I recommend Tonbury Agency. Yes, Tonbury Agency is one of the best agency you can work with, but their paperwork is very much. They have a lot of paperwork, but I would strongly recommend Tonbury Agency. They pay a lot. Their prices ranges from 40 to as far as £50 per hour, and they help with your revalidation. They do a lot. Tonbury Agencies, I have almost all my friends who works with Tonbury Agency, and they give a very high reputable comments about Tonbury Agency, and some of them get as far as £40 per hour, some get as far as £50 per hour. So I recommend Tonbury Agency. So register if you want to do an agency. Go for Tonbury Agency. I'll strongly recommend them for you. Another agency I will strongly recommend for you is Actress. Don't worry guys, I'm dropping the link in this video. Actress, ALT ROIX. Actress Agency is fantastic. They have a lot of shift in almost all around. So wherever you are, you will get a shift with Actress, and their pay is really high. Actress pays from as far as £37 down to almost £50 per hour. So Actress is a very good agency, and I think, because I know about 12 to 15 nurses who work for Actress, and they are in different locations, and they be like, oh no, like, come join Actress, come join Actress, come join Actress. The reason I don't do agencies because I do a lot of OSCE classes, so I really don't have time, because I'm always doing OSCE classes, and I do it in my house, so I'm also able to look after my children. But agency, big time you earn. I have a friend who does agency. She does with Tonbury, and of course with her NHS pay and with the Tonbury Agency, she earns £7,000 per month when she combines them together. She's even happy for me to interview her in this channel so that she shares that with you. So agency is BIM. You can try it, and I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Another agency I'll recommend for you is TFS. Oh my god, TFS is another very good agency. They pay as far as £35 per hour, guys. It's good money if you ask me, as long as you are ready to work. If you do 2 days in a week with any of this agency, guys, I bet you won't regret it in any way. TFS is a good agency. They pay well, and they really treat their staff very well. Another agency I recommend for you is ID Medicals. ID Medicals is fantastic. You can get paid from £30 per hour. It's really a good agency. They treat their staff nicely, and they try to put you where you truly belong. If you are a registered nurse and you do only frailty, they try to match you with frailty units. If you do accident and emergency, they try to match you according to your own specialty. So it's really good. So these agencies I'm recommending for you, they are top notch. Try them out and you will not regret it. Nurse Plus is another very good agency, and they can pay you as far as £35 per hour. I'll strongly recommend Tonbury I'll recommend Actress to you. I'll recommend Nurse Plus. I'll recommend TFS, and I'll recommend ID Medicals. These are my 5 top agencies I'll recommend to you. They treat staff very okay. They pay you very well, and you know, they match you with your specialty. Okay, so, and you know, working for an agency really exposes you as a nurse. It really exposes you, and it really builds you up to, you know, because nursing is all about experience. You get a variety of experience that will be useful for you in the future. So I strongly recommend all this. So if you do this agency shift and you are able to even do one shift in a week, guys, it's no joke. Imagine doing one shift in a week and you're earning 300 pounds. The least you are earning 300 pounds, because as a lot of people earn as far as 400 pounds. You are earning 300 pounds or 400 pounds after deduction in a week times 4 weeks. Is no jokes. That is enough to take care of your bills. I tell you, it's enough to take care of your bills, like, you know, your water bill, your council tax, your electricity, you know, your car bills like road tax, monthly road insurance tax. That is a whole lot of money. So guys, try this out, try this agency, and I bet you will not regret it. All right guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video, and until I see you again, keep passing your OSCE exam and keep living a good life. I love you all. Bye.